Hey, what's going on, everyone? Um, I just moved out of my old place, and I have these posters, four posters, which at the time of getting were so significant to me because they are four of my greatest heroes and four people who have really positively shaped the world, primarily within politics and so forth. Um, and these are four figures, four out of my top five figures who have been deeply, deeply influential within my life. And these posters are significant. And the thing is, the reason why I'm making this video is because I place a tremendous amount of value in these posters, and they've been on my wall for a while. And they're significant. They're within my heart. And I don't want to discard them and just throw them in the trash and rip them up and so forth. And so because I moved into a new place, I really don't want to. The walls are fresh, and I don't really want to sully the walls with putting posters on the walls and so forth. But I'm more than happy and willing and eager to give anyone who reaches out to me any one of these posters. I'm selling them for $100 a piece. I'm joking. I'm not selling them for $100 a piece. No, they're completely free. But if you're interested, I'd be more than happy to send them your way. Let's get right to it. So this right here, the first poster, the great Martin Luther King Jr. This poster is when he gave his his renowned speech of the I Have a Dream speech. It was given on the steps of Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. in 1963. This poster it's so significant. It shows exactly what MLK embodied. He embodied. He really wanted a consensus between the races within America, and really wanted to improve the state of African Americans within America. And to be really honest, I don't know too much about MLK, and that's brutal honesty. While I do revere Ghandi, I do revere Mandela, I do revere MLK. I'm just 1 year short of being a millennial, and I could easily be like, hey, you know what? I was very deeply influenced by these people, but unfortunately, like they weren't around during my time on this earth, and the only thing I know about them is through word of mouth and reading their previous works and reading biographies on them and so forth. But Martin Luther King is someone that I nonetheless am deeply influenced by, and I really bow down to everything he's done within American politics and improving the state of African Americans in particular. But yeah. So, anyways, this right here is the second poster. Barack Hussein Obama, former U.S. president. I love this poster so much, and the whole poster, sorry, I hope you guys can see me. Yeah, so the whole poster, that poster right there, that was Obama's 2008 campaign poster, and unfortunately at the time in 2008 when Obama, I think his campaign launched in the summer of 2007, I believe in 2007. I believe he secured office in 2008. So this was all over the world. Obviously, all across America, but this was all over the world because Obama was definitely the leader of the world. And just talking about him makes me smile. And unfortunately, at the time, I really didn't know much about politics. I wasn't remotely interested in politics at the time. I was interested in rap and all this nonsense. But unfortunately, I wasn't interested at the time in politics when Obama came out. But I do remember seeing these posters. But later on, when I hit 21 and a half, 22, that's when I really developed an interest in politics. And this poster, it meant so much to me. And again, like I do revere Mandela, I do revere Ghandi, but Obama is definitely my second number one hero. My number one hero being His Holiness the Dalai Lama. But the reason why Obama is definitely my second number one hero is because there's a lot of reasons. But in a nutshell, I was around when he was president, and just the other day I was talking to one of my relatives, and she sent me a text message because she knows I deeply admire and love Obama, and she's like, KJ, I just saw an advertisement of this book, biography of Obama. Peter Walker, I think that was his name, this historian and a presidential historian, and I replied back, and I was like, growing up, because I read the news on a daily basis, and I read, there's various newspapers I read, but I really love the New York Times. And aside from, the New York Times, aside from the fact that it focuses on America, as well, it has a very developed international scope. It's just the reading level of the New York Times. I missed a lot of years of school due to my own ignorance and just laziness and just being indifferent to education. And so I have a lot of catching up to do in school. And I feel like the New York Times, it really kind of builds me, builds whatever intellect I'm able to develop. And so I really love reading the New York Times. Very expensive though, unfortunately. It is breaking my wallet. Yeah, so what I was trying to say is that, growing up, the past, 6 years, 7 years, it was so much fun, reading about, reading the Times and seeing day and day, the Obama administration, and that right there, it provided me so much happiness and so much joy. So yeah, so I'm giving that poster away. Anyone? $100 piece. Not joking. Totally free. Okay, the next one is Mandela. Nelson Mandela. And this poster is so significant because it shows, Mandela is smiling, wide, showing, just look how happy he looks, and he's in front of the South African flag, and that picture right there, it embodies everything it personifies everything that Mandela embodies, and that right there is a beautiful picture of Nelson Mandela, and these people, they're so influential in my life, and growing up, when you're a young person, you have heroes that you look to, superheroes, Power Rangers, Batman, and so on. But as someone who is deeply interested in international affairs and global politics and so forth, and these are my heroes. These are people that I look to. I love reading biographies on them. I love reading things that they've done, how they shaped the world, how they've improved humanity and so forth. And I don't know. I revere them. I revere them deeply. This is the last poster of the great Mahatma Ghandi, Freedom, Peace, and Truth. Hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry, my camera was acting up. It's clear though, don't worry. But yeah. Unfortunately, to be really honest, I don't know too much about Gandhi. I don't know as much as I would love to know about Gandhi. And yeah, I could try and act like, I'm so influenced by Gandhi, but that wouldn't be true, because I don't know enough about Gandhi to be deeply influenced by Gandhi like I was with Obama. But one thing that I really love about Gandhi is that, as someone who follows Buddhism, path of the Buddha, if I may say so myself, I do consider myself to be somewhat spiritual, somewhat religious, however little my practice might be. But one thing I really love about Ghandi is that he was deeply religious. He was a Hindu and a Jain, and I remember, I think the last talk he gave, or the last meeting he gave before he was assassinated, it was in a Buddhist temple in India, and his politics were so infused with religion, and that's something I would love to do. In no way do I have ambitions of running for office. It's not me. But I do definitely want a career in politics, international politics and so forth, international affairs, and religion is definitely going to influence it's already definitely influenced my political views and my views of the world, and my purpose in this world and so forth. But that's essentially what I love about Ghandi. And the thing is that I'm from Guyana, and my ancestors are from India. And you know, to read about Gandhi, you know, to read about India, to have this as the liberator of India from British colonial rule, that right there brings me so much happiness, and I love it. So yeah, guys. So I'm giving away all these posters free. Just shoot me a message on Facebook, and I'd be more than happy to give them to you. $100 piece. Not joking. I'm joking. Completely free. And the only thing I ask is that, you know, please take care of them. You know, the same way I take care of them, just take care of them. And yeah, I hope they can influence you or be a source of inspiration to you like they were to me. Right?